And welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing San Diego FC 0, Toronto FC 1, MLS 2025 Week 22. It's been a while, but Toronto FC wins 1-0 on the road against the top of the West, San Diego FC. First game they've ever played them. They went over there and won. One of the best coach games by Robin Fraser, and he still made decisions that I was like, hey, I don't know about that, but it all paid off. And hell, even some plays that I thought were boneheaded, and they still won. Some things that were missed by the refs, they still won. We probably were blessed a little bit, I won't lie, but everything fell our way, weirdly, against the best team in the West. They were shaky for 45 minutes. We were the better team. We were very solid for 45 minutes. Second half, we really played with fire, but somehow did not get burnt. We'll take it, though. Theo Corbianu, 20th minute, has a penalty. Runs into the box. Gets kicked in the knee. He took a foot to the knee, and they check it on VAR. If last week's penalty against Atlanta was a penalty, this was, and they rightly call it so. Corbianu steps up to put away his own penalty. Top bins, 1-0, 20th minute. 0-1, 20th minute. Toronto has the lead. Halftime, 0-1. The first 45 minutes, Toronto took that gift. Depends on what you want to call it. I mean, correct call, but a gift nonetheless because we're Toronto FC, and I'm surprised we didn't piss over it anyway. They scored. Shockingly enough, but either way, they got the goal. They have the lead. They held it to the half. 0.00 expected goals for San Diego through the first 45. 0 shots. How tight of a defense did they play? They played so tightly, offensively and defensively. I mean, Toronto earned that first half lead. Second half, they tried to be a bit stupid with it. They tried to play with fire because, that's all they know. And coaching-wise, player-wise, they played with fire. But somehow never got burnt. That's pretty much the story of this game for me. Toronto got the win. They get the 3 points. Very likely will not be the worst TFC team in history by points total at the end of the year unless they lose out, which I'd say it's more likely they win out than that and finish under 2023 points total. They're only a point away from that and points away from some of their worst points totals in their history. Now, they should be off that bottom 5 probably, I would say, with the way this year's going, right? But either way, you got to look at it for what it is. Toronto won the game. Because full-time 0-1. They survived a bit. They played with fire and somehow didn't get burnt. Knowing Toronto, that's a total shock. Knowing them, that's a total shock. I mean, this game was torture, but not the way I expected it to be torture. It was even more torture, probably because I didn't expect them to actually hold on for 90 minutes. The way they did against a team like San Diego, who on paper, amazing. Who, hell, points-wise, are amazing. They actually, I think, are a serious contender, and they're not just pulling a St. Louis being top of the West. No, they're actually very good. So the fact that they were very, very shaky for 45 minutes and then somehow didn't score when Lozano came on, didn't score any at all in the second half with the moments that they had and the chances they had and the moments they had Toronto on the freaking wall, up against the wall. Crazily enough, they didn't score. And there were a couple penalties that probably were missed. handball-wise, or, well, I don't know about that, but the one that was certainly missed, luckily they were offside on the ball over the top, so there you go. But San Diego kept going, hey, 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 hey. They were complaining. That's when I knew they were cooked. Whether those were handballs or not, which I don't think they were. Now, the one that Kevin Long was basically just all over a guy, Dryer, I think. Either way, all over him and bowled him over while committing a possible handball. I think the fact he was all over him and just basically going full, just basically piggybacking off of him. Now, you know what? Probably a penalty, but definitely not for handball. I didn't see that. But, man, San Diego was just like, hey, last 15 minutes, they were like, hey, hey, come on, hey. That's when I knew they were cooked. That's when I knew they were cooked, because you don't do that calling for handballs, even if the one that was offside was a real handball. We're just lucky that was offside on Coelho, of course. Other than that, though, when you're calling for a handball, and that's the one thing you're really doing inside the box, just to make sure. I mean, Toronto was playing chaotically. I mean, they definitely played into their hand there. But the fact you were doing that was just like, yeah, you know you're cooked. Somehow, to this Toronto team, you're calling for handballs. You're like, hey, give us one. At least give us a point. That's why I knew they were cooked. That's when I knew they were like, what the hell's going on? Toronto? Yeah, I understand it, though. Full-time stats are as follows. 7 shots to 4, 1 shot on goal to 2, 70% possession to 30% possession, 719 passes to 305, 90% pass accuracy to 79, 4 offside to 0, 5 yellow cards to 4, 0 red cards to 0, 4 corners to 1. Toronto gets the 0-1 win. 3 points in San Diego, and probably did commit mental warfare and won. Man of the match for me is Theo Corbianu. Not just because of the penalty, but the way he played. Theo Corbianu better stay on this team. Let's be real. The way he's played throughout the year, he's grown. He has grown. He has shown fight, shown hard work, shown talent. It's there. It's there. Corbianu could be a diamond for this team, a crown jewel piece for this team. He's getting there. I like what I've seen from him. He's had a really good season. He's grown throughout the year. Awesome. Corbianu's man of the match. As well, even though they're not men of the match, Tyrese Spicer, what a performance from him. Came in, played outside back for Petretta, played an amazing game up and down the pitch. Can't get rid of him either. Coelho, common Coelho, damn good game, because that's what he does. Those are the 3 guys. Let me be clear. Alonso Coelho, Theo Corbianu, Tyrese Spicer, we cannot get rid of them. If they are not wanting to go to Europe, we do not get rid of them. If Mexico wants them, we say tough shit. Keep them. If another MLS team wants them, we say tough shit. Keep them. If a European team wants them, but they want to stay in Toronto, we keep them. We say tough shit. Only when they want to go to Europe, we get rid of those guys. Only then. We cannot say tough shit. We have to keep them. Those are the guys to build around. And I've been saying this for a while, especially with Coelho. For a long time with him. Spicer, for about a year with him, and then now with Corbianu, I think we're starting to figure out who are the real pieces to build around, and those 3 guys are. If they don't want to go to Europe, they're staying. Tough shit to anybody else. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. But those 3 guys, amazing performances tonight. Dominguez was a little bit better, still almost brain dead, did some brain dead things, but still, just like Robin Fraser, still did some brain-dead decisions on subs, and we still won. And it was one of his best coach games. So, either way, Toronto, they found a way. That's about the way to put it. They found a way. Do without what you will. They found a way. Could they have done better? Probably. Could they have done worse? Very likely so. You take the 3 points and run. You take the 3 points and run. 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 Get on that plane and get back home. Or, I guess, go to Nashville, because that's where they'll be playing on the weekend. Maybe they'll just go straight there. Either way, just saying. With that being said, there you go. Toronto won. I know, I'm just as shocked as you are. What's with this Toronto team beating teams they shouldn't? Really, though. Portland, San Diego, Vancouver draw, we'll add that. What's with it, though? Seriously, with that being said, we'll take it, though. We will take it. We will take it. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you on Friday. 3 times this weekend, 1 for each day. Friday, we have Forge vs. Pacific, Canadian Premier League, live RSR. Saturday, Toronto FC, Nashville vs. Toronto FC, live RSR. Sunday, Campeón de Campeones, America vs. Toluca, live RSR. And if the Toronto Raptors make the Summer League final, I might make it a double, at least for the live stream portion of it. Review-wise, we'll see. But for the live portion of it, it might be a double if the Raptors make the Summer League final, because I feel like that should be covered if they do. With that being said, possible double on Sunday, at least live-wise. We'll see. But other than that, 3 times, 3 streams this weekend, 3 reviews. I will see you on Friday. Have an amazing Thursday. I'm glad I'm off. Hopefully, the people who stayed up to watch this game, it was worth it. And when you wake up, hopefully you enjoy this review. Or, if you're watching this too, which I'd be shocked, because you're shocked and you can't go to sleep, go get a warm glass of milk and watch this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. With that being said, I'll see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Jesus Lord, I can't believe it. Let's go.